Now this is an interesting MagSafe charging stand. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is actually two different products. This is the folding stand for MagSafe from OtterBox, and the charging pad for MagSafe, also from OtterBox. And they work together and they're really cool. As you can see, they are bendy and it's a pretty tight hinge. So whatever angle you prefer, it will work. And it's MagSafe. So iPhone 12, iPhone 13, you have that MagSafe. So it's the wireless Qi charging, but it also has some magnetic stuff. So you can put it on and it just stays on. Let's probably move it back slightly so we don't have that happen. But like this, it just sits there and charges, and I can also orient it this way, and that magnet works really well. The MagSafe's really great for car because you can just put it on there and it's gonna stay. Big win. As you can see here, it is a pretty strong magnet. It works really well. And I'm gonna now take it apart so you can see the two different pieces going on here, because the way that OtterBox is doing it is they're selling the pad separate, the charging pad separate from the folding stand. I'm not exactly sure why they chose to do that, but down the road they might have a package deal. But one of the things I really like about the charging pad is it has a really long wire. So I'm gonna unplug that so you can see. In fact, let's just pull it out of the stand entirely. You sort of feed it through. Let's see, I should be able to do that. And then this. Now we have two separate things. So now here's the stand, and there's space on the bottom where you put the charging pad here, you feed it through here, and then you wind it around the base so that what comes out is the correct length. I like having the ability to absorb some of that length. And then there's a little pad, and this pad does double service by covering that bottom to keep it neat, but it's also an anti-slip surface. So when you do have your phone on the stand, it's not gonna slip when you go to pick it up or take it off. So let's see. That's about it here. It is aluminum with rubber feet. It is bigger than I expected from the photographs, and it's heavy. This is a substantial piece of aluminum, so it is a couple of pounds would be my guess. I don't know the exact weight. It is obviously MagSafe friendly, and it is dead useless without the charging pad. So OtterBox sent me this, and it took them a month to fulfill this part of it. So when I finally got this, it's like, now we're talking. But I want to highlight that this is still a BYOC. You still need to bring your own little charging device. Neither of these includes what you're going to actually plug into the wall. So I have a Scosche 20-watt charger. This is the same electrical characteristics as Apple's 20-watt charger, but a little less expensive. So I plug this in, and then you can see here that this is a pretty darn long wire. So they did a really nice job with that. A lot of these, the wire ends up being too short, and that's a pain. But this is a lot of wire, which is good, and it's a really nice quality connection on the end. It's really, they've done a lot to make this really great. So I plug it in, and now I'm ready to charge. And honestly, I could just charge with just this. And you can see that's now charging my phone. So this is obviously a convenience, which is what you want. But so now, let me tell you that the charging pad, this is a 5-watt Qi charger, 7.5 watts on MagSafe. That's the same as what you would get if you bought the Apple MagSafe charging pad, because it gives you 7.5 watts on the wireless connection. What does that mean? Well, it means you get about a 30 to 32% charge in an hour. At least that's what I got on my iPhone 13 Pro, which is nothing to write home about. That means it's going to take a couple of hours for it to do a full charge. But what I find is that I'll tend to leave my phone on that charging stand or on like this folding stand and just like forget about it, or maybe have it tilted so it's facing towards me so I can see any notifications I might need to deal with, but I'm otherwise using my computer for work. And then it sits for a couple hours, and then when I take it off, it's more charged than when I put it on, and that's really like 75% of what I want. So that works out pretty well. The charging pad comes in this white silver combination, or there is a version that is black. But as far as I can tell, the charging or the folding stand is only available in aluminum. So to my way of thinking, I think this is much more attractive, this pair. And I'll just plug it in again so we can see power. And then I should point out, I am using also an OtterBox MagSafe friendly case. And you can tell that because the case itself has that same sort of circle and dash symbol. So it by itself can stay on the stand, which is kind of fun. But it basically just echoes or reinforces that magnetism or the magnetic coil that is in the phone. But obviously I can do this without the case, and it will also work just fine. And you can see it's charging. And this is how I use it. Just super simple, probably not with the camera on, but just like this. And as notifications come up, then I see them. But you can also do the whole thing with it flat, because this would normally be fed through. I'm just not taking the time to do that. And again, you can do it in either orientation, and it actually, it's pretty easy to know when you have it in the right place, which is exactly the point of MagSafe. So there's a lot I really like about this. And obviously I'm a fan of having my phone in a case when I spent this much money on the phone. And if you're getting a case, you might as well just look for one that's MagSafe, because why not, right? So it might look a little dorky on the back, but the fact that it gives you that capability makes it a big win. And I think we're going to see more and more MagSafe items as time passes and as companies have gotten the specs from Apple and are deciding to go for it. So it's really all I have. I'm a big fan of this. I will tell you that OtterBox is having some supply chain challenges with both of these products, both the charging pad and the folding stand. And when I checked on their website, neither were currently available, but they were shipping soon, as they say. So this is a really good solution, but you might not be able to get it tomorrow. Sorry, that's way out of my control. But we should talk about price. And before we get there, I'm going to ask, if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate when you do that. And the more subscribers I have, the more leverage I have to get cool gear and give you fair and honest reviews that tell you the positives and the negatives. That's kind of what I do. So let's see. So now I have the wire on the bottom. If I pop the base unit off, now you can see what I was talking about, how you can wind the wire around if you want. And then when you've decided you have enough, you can just feed it through, put this back on, it just pops on and off. And there we go, ready to roll. Tilt it back a little bit as I like, plug it into my own adapter, put my phone on the stand, and there we go. We'll let it charge while I tell you that this is the folding stand for MagSafe from OtterBox, and it is $29.96 at OtterBox.com. And then underneath that, this is the charging pad for MagSafe, also from OtterBox, and it is $29.95, but I noticed that they had it on promo for $22.46 at OtterBox.com. So together, this is somewhere around 50 bucks or so, a little bit more maybe, but it's a really solid solution. And of course, since you can fold it up and take it with you, it's also a very portable solution if you want to travel and you want to have something decent to use with your phone when you're on the road or in your office. Frankly, you could take this between the office and home and always have the best charger available for your phone. So lots to like there. I'm a big MagSafe fan. I'm going to let my phone charge, which means I'll hope to catch you in my next video.